Hello, hello. How we going? A little bit late. Few tuning in. A little bit late. Actually, I haven't think about it during the week. Let me know what you think. I was thinking maybe we'll move it a little bit later. Maybe make it 8 o'clock. I know that makes it 9 o'clock down there for the Mexicans. We'll see. Let me know how you go. Let me know what you reckon. I was thinking maybe move it to 8 o'clock. There we go again. What's this? I don't even know what that is. I was thinking maybe we'll move it to 8 o'clock. Give me your thoughts. Always appreciate your comments, guys. 7:49. What's 7:49, Matty Lloyd? Anyway, if you're tuning in. Matty Lloyd, how you going? Chris Banks, how are you, champion? Matt Salmon. Rich Ender. Hello, Granny G Banger. How are you? Rick Barron, hello, mate. Hello, champ. Past our bedtime in NZ. Sorry, Barry Plumpton. I got to allow for my international customers too, eh? Yeah, makes it make it 7:49 would be perfect. How do you come up with that? You earn it. Matt Loy, 7:49 he reckons. That's the perfect time. What is the time over there, Barry Plumpton? Let me know. Evening, Laura. How are we? Okay, so I'm going to get onto this. Look, I got the stripes. I'm running the stripes tonight, and for good reason. I decided. I was on eBay the other day, having a bit of a look around, and this shirt that served me so well, I'm going to retire it. I got a new one coming. I got new stripes coming. Is it 10:30 over there, Barry? Shit. Sorry, mate. Sorry. Thanks heaps for tuning in. That's about my bedtime every night. So, anyone else got no sound? Can you not hear me? Just Adrian Paul, mate. You look a bit old in that photo, so maybe your hearing's starting to fail too, brother. Turn your volume up. That might work. I don't know. I'm not tech savvy. What was I saying? Yeah, so I'm retiring this shirt. This shirt, as you know, this has been my no sound. Mike Hyde, no sound too. What's going on? Let me have a fiddle with this. Can everyone else hear me? Mate, I can't hear. Yeah, what's going on? Alright. So maybe. I wonder what's going on. Hang on, bear with me. Maybe take the headset out. Can you hear me now? I took the headset out. I got you loud and clear. Oh, some are saying yes, some are saying no. Don't know. I can hear just fine. What if I take this off? Let me know. Well, actually, it sounds a bit funny. Okay, so here we go. Let me know. Yeah, so I'm retiring this shirt. I ordered some new stripes. I got some new stripes coming in the next slot. It's a little bit different. I don't know. I got something coming. But this one, she's got a few stains on it. It's got a few holes in it. My Spotlight letters. The letters I bought from Spotlight. Laura, I can hear. Rick can't. Is Rick older? Rick's a bit older, but, here you go. Scotty Layden, hello, champion. Mark said loud and clear, but he can probably hear me from downstairs. Dirk. Go out and come back on. Wonder what's going on there. Anyway. Better. Speak up, cuz. Hello, Jace Cowie. Geez, they're all on tonight. Good to have you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I've done heaps of promotion. I think I sent a thing out about half an hour ago. But anyway, we'll get to it. So new stripes coming. I don't know what to do with the design yet. Whether to put the logo here or just a little name, put something on the back. I'll work it out. When the stripes get here, we'll work someone out to... I'll work out with someone how we're going to do that and get some fresh stripes. This one's starting to stink a bit too, I think. You know how, I don't know, when you're a big unit and you start to sweat a bit and you use it probably, I don't know, I've probably worn it 100 times or more now. Maybe it starts to just get a bit funky maybe. Anyway, how are we, or how's your week been? Mine's been really good. Really good, actually. Had a difference. I was on the other side of the fence on the weekend. I'll get to that in a minute. I'm just going to have a quick bitch up front. I'm listening to the radio the other morning. they're talking about speed camera revenue. Now, this is Shagga's rant for the week. Speed cameras were brought in for our safety, right? So they say the other day that revenue for the last year is down $80 million on last year. So, I don't know, but if you did a... CJ Davies, no sound. I don't know what's going on. What's going on? Got you out, other saying loud and clear. Mate, guys, maybe go out, duck out, and come back on. I don't know. It's like the old turn it off, turn it back on thing. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. Some are saying good, some are saying no. I have no sound. Shit, Dean Ferris. Yeah, guys, if you can just jump out, maybe. Do you want me to wait? Some are saying it's good. I don't know. Jump out and come back on for me, guys, please. Maybe that's what we need to do. So I'm just having a bit of a moan. Speed camera revenue down 80 million. So they said maybe we need to remove the speed camera signs that notify you that we're there, even though they put them in the bush, they put them in front of the van, they put it. Isn't the idea the speed cameras? Tell me. Isn't it to save lives, for our safety, so we don't speed, so it's safer on the roads? Shane Baker, maybe they have Samsung. Or maybe that's what it is. Who's got a Samsung? Oh, no, I've got a Samsung. I know some Samsung owners out there. They're hearing me, so I don't know. All good. Andy McConnell, hello, legend. They can't hear you saying jump. Mate, that's a good point. I'm telling you to jump out and you can't hear me. What a ding-dong. Anyway, I didn't say I never proclaimed I was bright. So anyway, that's my rant. They drop 80 million in revenue and they work out how they can pick that 80 million up. So tell me it's about road safety. Horse shit. Anyway, that's my read for the day. So last weekend, I was on the other side of the fence, like I said. And we did it a couple of ways. So my boss up here, my good mate Mark Harris, he's got listen to me. He's got a VN Commodore that in the stable, and it's got a 304 or 5 litre in it, and it's got a few other little bits and pieces. Got a Turbo 700 that's been built, and a bit of gearing in the diff. And it was sit there, and I said to him a little while ago, maybe I'll take it out the track, and he said, yeah, go for it. So I actually raced. I had a race. I had a bit of a go in the car on a Friday night at Banaraby Raceway. It was their last meeting of the year, so I got out there Friday night. I was going to race Saturday, but I'm a sook. I'm a bit of a sook. I decided that it was going to be too hot, and you got to wear long sleeves and all that for the safety, and I just was like, I don't want to. But as it turned out, I was busy anyway. But so Friday night, I took the VN out, and hadn't been down a drag strip. I was trying to work it out. I think I said 6 years, but I think it's like 4 years. And the last time I went down to my little buzz box, a little Honda Civic. So, send all your hatred my way. It is what it is. Just being honest. Had a little Honda Civic that used to be my runaround, and I raced that at the officials' day at Willowbank when I was an official there about 4 years ago. I have a race since then. Before that, did I race? I might have raced the HR the year before at the officials' day. Anyway, long story short, I haven't done a lot of racing over the years. I had Australia's slowest purpose-built drag car at one stage. I built a hamster. So if you don't know what a hamster is, it's basically you make your own frame. You put cross-ply tyres in it. Had a pre-1962 engine. 3-speed manual gearbox. Had to be pretty much factory style or period carburetors. It was something I built with a father-in-law, father-outlaw now, but father-in-law at the time. And it was just something we built from scratch, and I went to every swap meet in southeast Queensland and beyond into northern New South Wales and all over for about 18 months. And we just put this thing together. It was good fun. It was good fun to actually build something from scratch. Can't breathe. Sorry, Adrian. Don't know what's going on. So it was good to build something from scratch, just to have a bit of fun. And that was a good cheap bracket. I think that thing, even we paid someone to do the cage, and I bought brand new tyres all round, and what else? Just other bits and pieces. So all up, it probably added up to about $6,000, which is pretty cheap entertainment. It ended up going, I think I went 1503, I think, or 1505 was the quickest I ever went on that on the quarter, which it was just good fun. It was just something to do, and I enjoyed that. So obviously it's no bloody world record holder or anything, but it was good fun. So it was good to get out there and something on the weekend. Ronnie Shaw saying no sound. I don't know what's going on, guys. I don't know what is going on. No sound. Jeez. Some are saying it's good, some are saying it's not. Guys, hope you can tune in later. I hope it's got sound when I do the playback. But anyway. Yeah, so I had the Commodore out there on Friday night. So I got out there, very first pass. It was in the evening, sort of like 6 o'clock. It was pretty steamy, pretty warm up here. I went 15:48, I think, at 90 mile an hour. Had a few more passes. Took young Charlie Houston. Took young Charlie Houston for a ride as a passenger for a couple of passes. We did a couple of 15.8s, and he had a good time with that. And that was good, just have a bit of fun. How's the form? I put him in the car, and the pressure was on, because I always give it to the young fellas. And keep them on their toes. And I said, he said, your first light was rubbish. I think it was a 230 or something. I said, mate, watch this one. And with him in the car, I went 025 on the first one. So, but that's about as good as it got. Didn't get any better than that. But when the pressure's on, I fluked it. So ran a couple of 15-second passes. And so many, many years ago, the quickest I'd ever been down the strip was 15,001. In an old Monaro I had that was playing up big time at the time. I think I had to stop. Remember the old 750 double pumper? So it was over fueling. It was flooding. I had to stop on the way to the track about 3 or 4 times. And but you young fellas, young tackers wouldn't know anything about these. But there was a thing called I don't even know if you can still buy them. An ACL Supercoil. Who remembers those things? So ACL Supercoil was about this big. It was yellow and it was this big. It was just a hideous looking thing. Probably did nothing, but you all bought them because it looked good. And I had one of those, so you'd lean over to do the carby, you'd be trying to adjust it, and you'd short out. You'd lean on, well, probably with my gut, but you'd lean on the bloody ACL Supercoil on the inside guard and short out that and give yourself a jump, and it's good times. But anyway, Steve Wilson's got one. Of course, yeah, probably still running, are you, Steve Wilson? Shafty, good on you, man. Hey, so anyway, so that's as quick as I'd ever gone, and I get a bit of bagging from some people. Alan White, I know you've had a go at me a couple of times, you dribbler, but anyway, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I'm just stirring you up. I've had people say to me that as a commentator, races make better commentators because they know what they're doing and they've done it before, and I get all that sort of dribble sometimes. I can assure you that I make every effort to find out as much information as I can, and just because I haven't been able to, or I haven't decided to mortgage the house and race a car because of my situation doesn't mean I don't know what's going on. So anyway, so the other night I just wanted to go quicker than I'd ever gone before. So I did those couple of 15s. Now this is, it's got a bit of a secret bottle in the boot, this Commodore. So I thought, well, let's give that a go. So I cranked the tap on. There we go. Brownie's on. Adrian's on. The big fella. Finally come good. Oh, good news, mate. Hey, so I turned the bottle on. No purge, nothing. The bottle pressure was through the roof. Go out there and just smash it as I was on the other passes and just fry the tyres for the first 200 feet. And anyway, I had to get out of it because it stepped out big time on me. At 200 foot, and I still rolled through, went 15.7. I thought, oh, that's a bit better. So I come out the next one. It's just on a micro switch on the throttle body, and I come out and I mashed it, but I didn't go all the way down. I sort of probably 3/4 throttle, then mashed it as I got away, and got the candles going. 1374 at 100 mile an hour. So I picked up 1.7 seconds and picked up 10 mile an hour. And that was really cool. So there you go. That's the quickest I've ever been down the track. So that was an achievement for me. It was a lot of bloody fun. I come out the very next pass. So that one I went 1374 with a 5. The next one was a 1374 with a 2. Both at 100 mile an hour, like just reeling them off at will. Next one, I got a bit greedy and I smashed the throttle earlier. I was on a quicker pass, got out 60 foot quicker, 220 was quicker, and then at the top of second, it backfired through the pod filter a bit. So I backed out of it and sooked out at that stage. So anyway, it was good fun. It was awesome. So it was good to be out there having a go. And I was saying to some people, it's probably going to be expensive now for me because I'm probably going to want to have another go and another go. And, you know, we all know the story, don't we? The bug bites and we want to do it more often. And yeah. So anyway, we'll see what happens with that. Me and young Sambo at work, who helped me muck around and get the car ready on Thursday, Friday last week. We're already talking about doing this and doing that and changing this and put bigger nozzles and all sorts of stuff. But anyway, that's something we do. We're going to put a purge on it. Anyway, so we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll have another go sometime soon. Get the altered out, Jess. Yeah, mate, I'd love to, one day. So for those that I do have a little short wheelbase altered that I bought years ago, about 8 years ago, I think now. And I got it to a certain stage and then run out of cash and got burned a little bit by someone. So I cracked the poops and I parked it in the back of the shed. And before this move, I'm like, that's it. I'm selling that. I don't need it. It's just sitting there. Like, it's literally been in the shed. I've done nothing to it in about 5 years. I just decided that I was going to sell it. I got a car trailer. I was going to sell that. But as I was packing up and that, I'm like, and Mark helped me out a little bit. He goes, no, you don't sell it if you don't have to. And so there we go. So anyway, so I brought it up with me. So it's in Gladstone. It's in the trailer at the moment. I got that much shit packed around it. I brought the rest of my life with me. But anyway, but maybe at one stage I'll get that thing finished. And I just want to have a go. You know, I just want to finish it. I want to have a go. It's not going to be fast. I reckon if it runs a 10, I'll be happy. It's only 98-inch wheelbase, so if you don't know altereds, like a standard altered, I guess, is 125-inch wheelbase. This is 98-inch wheelbase. It's a short wheelbase thing, so I don't want too much power in there because I'll probably poop my pants. But I just want to have a go. So anyway, one day, maybe that'll come and then I can sell it. Maybe it's worth a little bit more as a running thing rather than somebody having to buy it and finish it off themselves. So who knows? We'll see. I do, like I said to you guys, I love the radial thing. Jeez, I'm getting all sorts of, what do we got? LS the World, Beckham, of course you do. LS the World, RB it from Warren Austin. What a go-kart. Put a V12 motor in the car. Jeez, look out. Buy one of Diggle's 4-bangers. Jeez, could you imagine that? Diggle's and I could match race. And those Merc Cruisers, the go-kart. They are a go-kart, mate. Go-kart. Oh, I see what you've done there. I know a blown small block shit. Oh, I don't want to put them. Mate, try me. If I put that blown small block in that altered, I reckon I'd turn it upside down. I'd turn turtle on the start line. The gearbox here, what's needed to get it running, Shags. Mate, pretty much the gearbox. Gearbox, and, you know, when I say pretty much the gearbox, all sorts of little things. But, so I started, I just bought off... through Nigel Elsmore, the man they call Hamster. I bought a little small block off a mate of his that come out of his hot rod and probably made 350, just a nice, clean little small block. And I was just going to put a carby on it and, you know, have a bit of fun. And then some injection come up. So I got some stack injection, Hillborn 12-inch stack injection. It's overkill, but it looks shit hot. So I was building the car, and then I'm like, oh, I want to run this. I just sat the injection on one day. I sat the injection on and I'm like, oh, I like that. That looks good. So, of course, then we're talking, you know, need lumpy tops because it's got up the compression. And so anyway, I managed to get some other bits and pieces through a few guys, a couple of second-hand bits, which was really good, with really very little work on them. So I've got all that there. I've got all that stuff there. And I just get in and have a bash one day when I can. And we'll have a bash with the XT, his bugger, you can borrow the 51. What do we got? Twin turbo LS, Jace Cowie. You would need a microphone in it. I wonder if I could, we talked about that. We used to talk about that at Willowbank, about commentating while we were racing, like even a street series event or something like that. I don't know, that might be right, eh? I know the microphone doesn't reach that. We might have to work something out with that, but that'd be pretty cool. Hillborn injection rules, yeah, Scotty bets it does, mate. It does. So it just looks cool. Anyway, who knows? Maybe we'll get there one day, finish it off. I just want to have a go. I guess the only concern is then I want to go more and more, and it gets anyway. Who knows? We'll see. So I was lucky enough to do that Friday night. Had to go and do some work on Saturday morning, and the other great thing that happened this week is what we got up here at the moment in central Queensland. I can say that because I'm a local now. Benarabi here and Palmyra and Mackay. We're getting some junior bike guys through the last couple of seasons, so it's good. So we got only the young fellas. We need a girl out there, but junior bike bracket was something that was come into place a few seasons ago, and it's a really good little bracket. And I reckon it's good because not all kids, I guess, well, not all kids like cars. There are kids that like bikes, and I guess in the sport we lose maybe kids. If they don't want to do junior drags, so they might go and do, motocross or dirt bikes or whatever other stuff sort of like that. Whereas this junior drags, the bike bracket gives them somewhere to race. So it's been really good, and they're a really good bunch of kids, and they have a little bit of trash talk between themselves, and they're all really close time-wise. So it's been really good, and we managed to get 5 there at the season final at the weekend. And the best part about that was we got our young apprentice at work, young Billy. So he's only just turned 15. And Anita, Mark's wife, gave him a bike, it's a 95 model ZZR, Kawasaki ZZR 250 carby thing. Just a cool little bike to get started. So the boys have put in a bit of work over the last few months getting that done, and Billy's done a lot of work to it himself. He's a good kid. He's a bloody good kid. He's going to be a really good mechanic. As an apprentice, he's streets ahead of a lot of kids and apprentices that I've seen. I think he's been putting it off. He's been a little bit nervous, and he's been putting it off the last few months. And we said, "This is it, mate. It's the last event of the year at Benarabi." And of course, we're down the road. This is it. Let's get it done. Let's get you out there. Let's make it happen. So, during the week, we did a lot of work. Myself and Sam and Billy and Blair and Kelly in the office, and of course, Mark and Anita. We all did it as a big team. We just all jumped in and we just made it happen. So we were sending forms away to Andra. Because of Andrew track up here, we're sending forms away. I'm ringing Kylie at the office. Kelly's emailing stuff away. We're getting medicals done. We organised Michael Titmarsh to come down from Rockhampton to do a tech inspection on the thing. Like, this was all done Wednesday, Thursday. We got it all finalised. Friday. I was annoying Kylie in the Andrew office, I think, to get it done, so he had confirmation that he could race, or he could go out there and license on Saturday. And they were awesome. Look, I know we have all these, sanctioning body dramas and this and that, and black and white, and you know what I'm saying? Black and white and someone else and this and there. But honestly, Andrew couldn't have been more helpful last week. In helping us get that through. They didn't have to do it, and they did. So we got the confirmation emails through and his race number and all that sort of stuff on Friday. We got out there Saturday. The people at Benarabi were awesome as well. I want to say a big thank you to them. It's like filling out bloody mortgage documents. Hey, you got to fill out about 10 forms between all your paperwork and then paperwork at the track and ESP and logbook and. Anyway, we got it all done. I filled out as much of the stuff I could for the young fella. We had Big Steve-O act as parent and guardian on the day because he was an Andrew member. I wasn't, so we had to get an Andrew member to do that. So thanks, Steve, for that as well. But the young fella got out there and he had his first trip down the drag strip. So juniors run to 8th mile, same as junior dragsters. So the bikes do as well. And he went down and he went, let me remember, he went 1080 on his first pass, and it was pretty solid. Wasn't too bad. For his very first pass down the 8th mile, it was pretty handy. And when you consider he's in a B junior classification, junior drags, bike classification, he can't go quicker than 980 in qualifying. So 1080 was a good place to start. And then he went out. He just got quicker and quicker. He went 9.88, so he actually was right on the, right near the borderline. So it was really good. And the guys were really helpful there at Banari. They said, just keep bringing him around. We'll send him down, and we'll get his 6 licensing passes done, and then he can run with the rest of the boys in the bracket. So it was just awesome. So guys, big shout out to you guys for letting that happen. And so anyway, the young fella, he goes out and he goes, so we dialed in. He went 9.88. So I said, well, we'll dial in 9.88, mate. See how you go. He went 10.23, 10.26, 10.23. So the last round came and I said, let's go. Be a crew chief as I was. I said, let's go 10.20. Let's dial in 10.20 and see how you go. And maybe we'll pick a race out of this one and you'll be right on the money. So the young fella goes out. He goes 9.62. Like out of nowhere, he picks up 0.8 of a second, got off the start line like a rocket, 0.6 of a second. Picks up the start line, fantastic, got down there, 9.62, it was awesome. So it was awesome. So got a win because the young fella in the other lane went red light. It's just good. It's good to, we need to nurture these kids, and and I think he's the bug's bitten. Blair Pennington, who works with us at Harbour City Harley as one of the other techs. He gave him a suit. He gave him a full 2-piece leather suit. So Blair, good on you, mate. And then we had some dramas on the day. The bike was playing up a little bit, so we're dragging it over to Blair, and Blair's doing some wiring on the ignition solenoid, and then I was towing him around on a little postie bike we had at work there. I was towing him around, and so at one stage I'm heading down the return road to pick him up. And we just had a milk crate on the back, and I just had a ratchet strap as our tow rope, and a bloody thing falls down out of the milk crate and wraps around the bloody rear wheel, and just like I'm doing 40k now. Well, I probably should say I was going that quick, but anyway. So I'm going down the return road, I'm tucked in on next minute. The thing just locks up and tries to high side me off it, and I'm like, I've locked this thing up, I've killed it. But this strap's fallen down and wrapped around and just jammed up the whole deal, so. Anyway, so we had a bit of excitement, we had a bit of fun, and the young fella's hooked. So it was good to get that done for the new season. There is some new, really strict, and I can understand why, laws coming in at the start of next season. So it was good to get it done, get him licensed, and he's done. And there we go. So that was good to be part of as well, just to get the young fellas and young ladies in there just loving our sport, and that's what we need to do. So well done to everyone at Banaraby again on the weekend. Fantastic season. It's an interesting time. It's a very interesting time for our regional tracks, especially. I know all I can speak of are the guys up here. So, Mackay, Palmyra and Mackay and Banaraby here in Gladstone. They've got to make some big decisions in regards to governing bodies. Track certification, all that sort of stuff comes into play. And just different options on the table. So it's an interesting time. I honestly don't know what decision these guys are going to make. People ask me because obviously I go to both regularly. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting time, and it's going to be. I don't know where it's going to go. We'll just have to see what the results are. So. Sometimes the politics of the sport gets in the way of the fun, and that's a shame, but it is what it is, and we've got to work through it. And the other thing that we rely heavily on, and it's a bit of a real issue within the sport, is our volunteers. So it's hard to get volunteers, so I know there are a number of major, at tracks that at the moment, there are a number of major players, some big volunteers that we're losing to tracks. I can honestly understand why the workload for some of those guys, there's really a select group that do all the work, and there's a few others that help out, no doubt, but there's some that just take on so much, and it must burn them out. And you've got to take your hats off to those guys, and I wish them all the best, and I know they're not going to totally disappear from the track. But I mentioned Peter Holt last week up there, like 30-odd years he's been up there at Palmyra, and he's moving away with his family and take some time out, which is awesome, Pete. Mate, you thoroughly deserve, but they're going to miss you up there. I saw a post the other day. I think I forgot the comment, so I do apologise, but Jenny Loy, Matt's mum, she runs the tower out there at Warwick Dragway, and I've been at Warwick Dragway over the years many times. She's decided to step away from the tower as well. So it's a shame. It's a shame. I can understand, like I said, massive workload. It's a lot of time involved. It's obviously your own personal time. It's sometimes unforgiving job because people, some might go have a go and they'll throw stones from the fence, if that makes sense. So guys, just think of volunteer next time you're at a track. Desi Pim just come on. Pimmy's a big part of what happens out there at Benaraby as well with track prep and that sort of stuff. And I know last weekend he had to make a bit of a decision regarding track prep. The numbers just aren't there. People coming to the track at the moment, so you can't just lay out a heap of track prep and cop a loss on the chin too often. So there needs to be a happy medium there. So and then of course everyone sort of goes, well, your track's shit, but hey, these guys can only do what they can do. Not only physically, but financially. It has to make all decisions in regards to that. So I guess the other thing of the other side of the coin at times, guys, too, when you're at a track, like there is an expense involved in running those events. We definitely need to find more numbers. We need to find more numbers. We need to find more volunteers. We need to find more committee members and club people that join the clubs to support them. We need to find races. We need people to go those tracks just to support those events. And I don't know how I've got ideas. I've got ideas how we can do that. And there are some good people in the background that are always working on that. So, like I said, it's very interesting times. We're just sort of not sitting and waiting, but we're waiting to see the outcome of some AGMs and some meetings coming up at those tracks and votes to see where those decisions lie. And it'll go from there. But, like today I saw on Facebook a post come out about, I forget who put it up. I think it's Just Drag Race. I don't even know who runs that Facebook page, I'll be honest with you. So I can't make any comment on that. But it was basically a release that Andra, for the 8th straight year, had made a loss for the year. And you just can't operate on making losses. It's just that simple. So it's definitely interesting times. We'll see. I'm not going to... I can't honestly say I'm involved with... I have been involved with both bodies and that. I can't say one's better than the other because there's, various pros and cons. And but, hey, we'll see what happens and we'll just have to work. I say it all the time, honestly. We just need to get back to one and all get on the same page. But... I had a few inklings and I heard a few rumours that something might be happening during the course of the year. There might be a couple of key members, I'm going to say, at tracks and in organisations that may be stepping away, which would have definitely made some differences. Sorry, just reading the comment there, guys. Will definitely make some differences. I think if some of those guys step away and look, I'm not bagging anyone. I think sometimes we just need some fresh ideas. We need to thank some people for their service, but I think we need their views. Some of their views are a bit skewed when we need some fresh thoughts, some fresh ideas, some fresh faces. I reckon that's the only thing we can do. So. We're very old school in our thinking as a sport, and we need to step it up. So let's hope. Maybe 2020 is the year that something will happen there. Let's hope it doesn't go backwards. I'm just going to read a comment here, guys. So I was just talking about Benaraby. I'm not picking on Benaraby. I'm just saying about what happened on the weekend. Okay, Dane Brandon, mate. I'm just going to. I'm just going to mention you here, mate. If you don't mind, you put your comment up there. So let's talk about that. There was a problem between the test and tune and off-street meet. Hopefully next year Benaraby can be more clear on Friday nights when preparing for a round final. Okay, all right. Yeah, mate. be more clear. I don't know what you mean in terms of that, mate. Are you saying they should label it differently? Like an off? Are you saying like if it's an off-street meet, then call it that and don't do too much track prep because it's mainly street cars? But there's always going to be guys that want to test. Or are you saying we should have a dedicated test and tune on a Friday night before a round, which isn't viable? I don't believe. But anyway, mate, thank you for your thoughts there. But maybe, maybe we need to relook at that. So hopefully the guys will have a look at that. 2020 coming at us. The season's pretty much over for all the tracks. So that was the last one I'm sort of half involved with at Benaraby. So like I said, next year could be very interesting. Also, news out, Adelaide had an event on the weekend, and that's why we were in a bit of a push on Friday, because I know the staff at Andrew down there in Adelaide had to go to their round at Adelaide. Now, I've only read what I read on Facebook, and there was a press release and that sort of thing. I believe they had some dramas with the timing equipment. I believe, from what I read, they raced someone to Melbourne to Calder to grab that timing equipment or some of that and bring it down to try and make it happen. But they still had some issues. I can assure you they didn't do that on purpose. So that's a shame. That's a shame to try and get racing happening at a place that's obviously not at its peak at the moment, and for that sort of thing to happen. And let's hope something comes of that. Let's something sorted, and let's hope that people don't get the crack the shits and say, I went to that event, but I mean, I can only go on what I've heard, and go, well, I'm not going back there. Maybe we need to say, okay, well that happened. Let's move on and let's have another go and see what happens next time. So anyway, we'll see. Couple of big events in the States over the weekend. Let's have a quick chat about them. And I used to be a car guy, plain and simple. So it's called Off Street Meet. Do them prep for 8 seconds. Yeah, Desi Pim. Mate, I'm going to give you the... so Des Pim just commented, as I said, he's involved heavily in the track prep there at Benaraby. It's called an off-street meet, so... do you then have to prep for an 8-second car or bike? Mate, I think you're right. I think we need that balance. Mate, you're 100%. I think we need that. We need that Friday night. The same happens at Palmyra. We need that Friday night for that group. If you want to come out and test, my belief is you have to be prepared to maybe look at a track that... Well, I don't think the clubs can't afford to do the track prep the same as they would for the meet for the round on Saturday, in my opinion. So I think it's 100%. If you do come out on Friday night and you want to test, be prepared. Maybe try some things to try and get, but it's hard. It's hard. The regional tracks will always struggle compared to the bigger tracks. Willowbank, as you know, has something on once, twice, 3 times a week. Just track time, tyres on the track, the amount of big cars that go down the track. Full-time track guys, guys that work there full-time. So, okay. And the regional tracks hold an event once a month. So you can't expect a regional track to have the same ongoing prep quality that you're going to see at the big tracks. It's unrealistic. So I don't want people to not support the smaller tracks because of that. It's horse shit if you're saying that you don't want to race it at regional tracks because of that. I'll give you a perfect example. Katie Cunningham up there at Palmyra last weekend. She went down to Sydney with that combination in the car, so that's a 632 cube big block Chev in a dragster. It's a suspension dragster. It's got nitrous on it now. It went 709, which was a PB down in Sydney at Sydney Dragway for the what was the last event? East Coast National, East Coast Thunder Chunder, whatever it was. Thunder, that one, 400 Thunder Coast East National something. 709 down there, which was a new PB. Come up to Palmyra last weekend, running the outlaw brackets with a couple of blown cars, and went 707. So I ran a PB at Palmyra. So don't tell me the horse shit about regional tracks not having, the guys not putting in the time, and I don't want to hear it. I honestly don't want to hear it. If you can't race at a regional track, learn how to tune your bike, your car, whatever. It's we get whatever in the States. So anyway, we just need to support the tracklet. Like, don't. Okay, if you've got a bike or a car, you can go to Willowbank at the Winter Nationals, and it runs, bang, 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 that same numbers all the time. Don't then come to a small meeting and expect it to, there's 600 entries go down the track. There's weeks of track prep that go in it leading up to the Winter Nationals. Don't then come to a regional track that runs once a month, or go to a QDRC at Willowbank and expect the exact same traction. I guess that's all I'm saying. I don't know. Have we all become a bit sensitive in regards to, everything's got to be perfect for us to be happy? I don't know. Leigh Skinner just put a comment in there, and I don't mind that one. Actually, that's probably something maybe the guys can try. Some tracks in the USA, they prep one lane for race, and one for street. Yeah. The only thing I'd say is maybe, it might hold you up a little bit. So I can tell you we get probably as many numbers to an off-street meet at Palmyra, for example, on a Friday night. So you can't really run them just one lane, because they wouldn't get that many runs when you can pair them up. And then obviously if you run street tyres in that race prep lane, it's going to, yeah. Glad I don't run track, I'd probably I'd probably crack it. Anyway, we got down in the door car, 27 radials, but we did have to pair out of the car to do it. Yeah, Ryan McKenzie went 909 from memory up there in Palmyra a couple of weeks ago, and Danny Lansdowne from Spot On was up there helping him out and helping him get down that track, and the boys learned how to tune the car. They made it work. So I don't know. Isn't that some of the challenge? Isn't that some of the challenge? So drag racing, well, started on the street. Now we got racetracks to do it on, which is of course heaps safer. But drag racing was all about modifying. Well, it was modifying your car basically, and then obviously the bikes got heavily involved as well. It was about making it more horsepower, more this, lighter, and then working out how to get it down the track so you could run fast. And isn't that what it's all about? Like, are we going to have a moan and a bitch every time that it's not perfect? I don't know. You know what I mean? I think that's why the radial thing works so well, because to me it's a bit like old school drag racing. Like, some of those cars have got massive horsepower. Like, we're talking about 4,000 or 5,000 horsepower in some of these cars. Like, that's a proven fact. We've seen it on Hub Dynos and on Facebook and all sorts of stuff. And then they got to get it through a 315 radial on those outlaw cars and on the Radial versus World cars. Isn't that part of the battle? Isn't that what it's all about? I don't know. Slamfest used to run some pretty stout numbers back at all the regional tracks. Mate, I think you're right, and because they went to all those regional tracks, they learned how to make the cars work on those sorts of conditions. So I think that was pretty cool. You would do all the effort, and only one guy would turn up to test anyway. Yeah, mate. Dean Ferris just saying that. All the effort and one guy to test. You're right, mate. You're right. I mentioned last week, I don't even think I think it was Ken Lowe. I think it was Ken Lowe put up a post if there's one thing you would change about Willowbank, and I mentioned it. Everyone mentioned the toilets and that, but there was a couple of people saying about more test days. Well, there was a couple of test days during last season at Willowbank. I think the last one they had like 15 cars show up. Like, really? You can't run an event with 15 vehicles here. Like, how can you expect the track to make money? And you want them to schedule more. Like, we didn't support it. Some people said it wasn't advertised. Everyone got access to the calendar. With the amount of technology we got these days, we got these bloody things that... Oh, I thought I missed a message. We live with... Like, this thing's glued to my hand way too much. But we got this. We got this. You know what I mean? The first thing I did is the calendars are coming out is I'm screenshotting the calendars and saving them in my photos so I know exactly what's on next year. Can't we all do that? Don't we know what's coming up. Can't we watch Facebook? Can't we watch Instagram? Can't we TikTok or whatever it is now? And know what's going on. Anyway. Slammers used to go right Slamfest, Rob Harrington. Yeah, mate. Glennie Williams, good on you, mate. Yeah, thank you. Car tuning, there's an idea. Jess Beckham, everyone races the same track of the event. 100%. 100%. So anyway. Go easy on the volunteers, guys. Nobody wants volunteers. It's a lot of effort. It's a bit concerning, I think. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But there's a lot of pressure on those guys to make events happen. So we don't want to make it any harder for them. Or you have me to deal with. No, I'm only kidding. You know what I mean. Hey, guys, share your thoughts. I always want you to share your thoughts. Anyway, so we'll get off that now. We're talking about that. Talking about the States. One of the things I was saying before, I used to be a dead set car guy. That was it. I was a V8 car guy. That was it. Blah, blah, blah. Drag racing was about V8s and then superchargers and, you know, and then all of a sudden I went, what are those things over there and what are those two-wheel things and well, that's interesting and that's fast and that rotary thing, holy moly, that's running, well, you know, back in the day, 8.7s and it's like, well, you know, so now I just love it all. One of the things I've really got on the bucket list is get to a Man Cup meeting, which is drag bikes only meeting over there. The final was held at Valdosta on the weekend, South Georgia Motorsport Park, and you've all seen it. But how about Larry McBride? I think he's early 60s, 62, 63, I could be wrong. 20th championship finished there at the end. But how about a 5.50, 264.96 miles an hour? That's on a bike. Now, the thing's bloody 20 foot long, you know. No, it's not. You know what I mean. It's still a bike. It's on two wheels. It's a bike engine, obviously highly modified, but so is a KB, isn't it? I mean, there's nothing standard about a Hemi engine these days that's in a high performance drag car, or a 2J that's in, you know, some of the top import cars, or a billet, you know. So anyway, 5.50 on a bike. That's nuts. That's nuts. But, like, so exciting. You watch the run, and it's just this clean... The flame doesn't even change shape for the whole run. There's no variations in it. There's no low spots. It's just so clean. It was almost like you saw the perfect run. So, guys, if you haven't seen that, make sure you click onto that. Got a few people coming on late. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, let me know. I'm thinking about maybe dropping it back half an hour to 8 o'clock, maybe give you a bit more time. I know sometimes I struggle to get it done by 7:30, because by the time you get home from work and, you know, you have dinner and just relax a bit and maybe ring, you know, some people, catch up and do a bit of stuff. Maybe it's a little bit early. So let me know what you think. You reckon we go later, 8 o'clock maybe? Let me know. That's about it. That's about it for this week. Big shout out to everyone that supported me, helps me out and says hello. And like I said, fantastic event out there on at Benaraby again on the weekend for the season final. Some big decisions to be made by some of those regional tracks, and that's coming up in the next few weeks, the votes anyway, and then decisions will be made there. But it's definitely interesting times, and I hope we, I don't know, I hope it all sorts itself out. I've taken a few bookings for next year already. I'm going to start pushing a little bit more, especially up in this area. There are some of other events that I'll be interested in having a call at. We'll see how we go. I want to thank Palmyra for everything they do and just their kind words, and well, they got it's an awesome thing to be a part of the team up there, and it's really going on. I have to get the final figures. I think we ended up with like 800 people on the hill on Saturday, which was awesome. And lots of families. I keep talking about the families, but you got kids running around on the hill. I didn't get a chance to get out there this time. We'll have to see if we can round up some more freebies. If you're a sponsor up that way, or if you want to support a local track, and throw me some stuff my way that I can give to the kids or the fans, we'll have a look at that. I love to do that. I love to just get out, and everyone loves a freebie, like stickers, or I love people like doing that sort of stuff. Like I said, I got the new shirt coming, the new stripes. This one's retired as of tonight. It's probably the last time you'll ever see it. I won't throw it away or anything. It's pretty sentimental to me. It's been through a bit with me, and it's been good. It's sort of built a brand for me. But I got a new shirt coming. It's in the post, and let's hope. And I'm sorry. I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm going to do, but it'll be cool. It'll be stripes. It'll be fresh. Something new. I can't let the stripes go. But guys, if I want to try and get around a little bit more this year, and just keep doing my thing. Start negotiation with Glenn Williams, mate. Thank you. We'll see how we go. I'll talk to you soon, hopefully. Mel Black, hello, mate. Hello, legend. That colouring in book's coming along nicely, mate, I believe. So we'll talk to you very shortly about that. Dane Brandon, good on you, mate. Big thanks to Benaraby Raceway. If volunteers are needed, let's advertise and get some help. Yeah, mate, maybe that's the way to go. I didn't even know that track burning was happening. Track burning. No, the track burning. Okay, not sure what that is. Maybe there's maybe a bit of a working bee going on. So, that's about it. Stickers and colouring books. Mel Black. Look at him go. Look at him go. I'm going to get some Shagga Show stickers too. I've been talking to a guy up here. We'll get some of those sorted out too. I'm going to do the stubby coolers again. A couple of people want some more stubby coolers. A couple missed out the first time I failed to get to. I do apologise. I just didn't have the funds at the time to buy any more. But things are looking up. Things are looking up. I've got things happening. Settling in a bit more and just sorting my shit out. Sorting life out and getting on top of things. Track scraping. Okay, there was a bit of a track scrape. Glenn Williams, president at Benaraby, was saying there, so that's fantastic. So there's always things going on, guys. Don't think that nothing's happening. Desi Pym showed me the other day they're building some concrete stairs up to the back of the mound on the spectator side there at Benaraby. They just finished a shed over near the scrutineering shed. They got, there's always things going on. I showed you all the good stuff that's always happening at Palmyra, and I can tell you they're always planning ahead. I believe like both tracks have got applications and grants in to get some more stuff happening, it's just cool, eh? It's cool that there's people making that effort to make your experience at the track better. So guys, get out there and support them. I'm going to keep saying it, but make 2020 that year that you travel. Go on, pick a date. The calendars are coming out or are out, and maybe make it. Lock in a date. Lock in a date. You're going to do a bit of travel, even if you go and watch it at a regional track. Get out there and have a look, or just a different track, a track you haven't been to before. I've already bought some tickets to go down the first Kenda Radial event in Sydney in February. So, I'm looking forward to that. Lots happening. All right, guys, keep sending me your thoughts. If you can share my posts around, share my videos, see how we go. Just get my thoughts out there. I just want some input from people as well. Let me know what you think about maybe we'll drop it back to 8 o'clock next week to give it a go. See if we can suits a few more people. Hell yes, Adrian Brown. Might be a bit late for our Kiwi brothers. I think if it's probably already 11:30 or something over there. So sorry, guys, but hopefully you can always watch it. I'm going to, like I said, I'll keep working on this. I might try and move it to put the videos up on a YouTube channel if you're not don't want to watch it live on Facebook or follow it from there. Just do some different things. Good. All good. All right. Love yous all. Until next week, Shagga out.